Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Tammy Adams. I talk with your guardian angels and spirit guides, guiding, healing, and teaching you how to have a fulfilled life and living your purpose, healing karma and bringing forth good karma. Now, on to the show. It's so nice to be here after an amazing Thanksgiving and being able to be with so many lovely people. Seeing my children, seeing my grandchildren. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful, amazing experience. I'm hoping all of your guys' gatherings, meetings, celebrations were wonderful and as amazing and beautiful and as exciting as mine. Thinking of being able to love people and giving love to people just welcomes my heart. It's just so welcoming in my heart. It's just like, it sucks it up and it just has this beautiful feeling of just coming alive and having excitement, because I think of gratitude and it's an amazing gift, gratitude, being thankful, being happy, and appreciating that time that you spend with people. For our Thanksgiving, we had amazing, amazing, beautiful grandchildren that were going wild and going crazy and screaming and laughing and crying all at the same time, because we have 7 grandchildren and they're pretty crazy. And you think of how they just are this little bundle of joy and excitement, but at the same exact time, they're just so wild. And they really, when you watch those videos of children that climb the walls and you try to understand, is that real? Like, how do these kids just climb walls? And then you see them do it in real life and you're just like, I have to get that on video because I can't believe I'm watching a child climb a wall. And they just, I don't know how they do it. Their little feet and their little hands just have this stickiness on it and they just climb. It's the funniest thing in the universe. It just cracks me up. So it was very amazing. It was very successful and very, very filling. Oh, one of my most favorite things to do after Thanksgiving, I have to talk to you guys about this, is Thanksgiving Eggs Benedict. So I learned about this years ago at this one place I went to in Los Angeles. And I learned that the best, most amazing, beautiful breakfast to have the day after Thanksgiving is a Thanksgiving Eggs Benedict. It is spectacular. And my son loves it. My husband loves it. My girls love it. Everyone just looks forward to it because it's such an amazing gift. Putting the cranberry, and you don't always have to have the meat if you're vegetarian. You just put the cranberry, the stuffing, and sauce if you want on a piece of bread. I don't know. It's however you want to do it. There is no right or wrong, but it's pretty amazing. So, welcome back to reality. Yesterday, I felt like I was not in reality. Today, I'm in reality. So it's wonderful to be back. It was like a gift. It was such a gift. Okay. Today, we are talking about an amazing subject, gratitude. And I mentioned to you just a moment ago, I'm so thankful for so many things I have in my life. But a lot of people talk to me, and this is like a really popular subject. And I hear this from beautiful, loving, sweetheart people all the time. They always say, gratitude. Well, where has it ever got me? I'm not being appreciated. No one appreciates me. Always the good gets screwed. And I said, that is not true. That is not true. That is not true. Unfortunately, to be honest with you, I did have this attitude and I did have this conversation many years ago. I was living in the convent and I had been learning about sacrifice and how we're here to serve God and we're here to do everything in our power to give to others, right? We're supposed to sacrifice. We're supposed to struggle. We're supposed to suffer, is what I was learning this is what's happening in my brain. When I was in the convent learning and studying with nuns, pray, 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 love that. Clean, clean, love that. None of that bothered me. But the word sacrifice and the word struggle bothered me because I felt like, because I talked to God, because I talked to angels, I've always had a relationship with Jesus and the Virgin Mary, talking to people who've passed away. I've never been told by any of these beings that I talk to that we're here to suffer. So when humans and people are telling me, oh yes, the more you struggle, the more you suffer, the more you take on that sacrificing, that moment of surrendering, the more you're going to allow yourself to gain. And I never understood that. I used to sit there and I said, well, I love doing good, but I don't think that the more we do good, the more we're supposed to suffer. So, surprise, I'm not a nun. But I love every single person that I've been surrounded with since the moment I've been born. Literally love them. And I love my lessons because it taught me that I do understand where people come from. And if it wasn't for me understanding struggling, if it wasn't for me understanding suffering, and if it wasn't for me understanding and hearing how people do say, gratitude, where did it ever get me? You know, every time you're good, you get the short end of the stick because you're not stubborn, because you're not a son of a gun, because you're not, pulling the rug from someone else's feet. I'm not saying that correctly. Basically, because you're not screwing someone over. And I'm going to tell you something that's pretty surprising. And a lot of people don't like to talk about this and they don't like to even admit it. But do you know that pulling the rug from under someone's feet is only going to do what to you karmically? That's what I'd rather talk about. Think about that for a second. Karmically, if you pull the rug from under someone's feet and take their life apart, right? You're upsetting them, you're breaking their back, you're hurting them emotionally, you just made them put up another wall because you hurt them. How is that creating good karma? And that's really all I care about. And I'm hoping that's all you care about, because the truth of the situation is, at the end of the day, what is it that we're fighting to, what are we fighting for? Why did we come to this planet? What are we here for? Why are we on this planet? Why did we decide? Remember, that's right. You made a conscious choice. You made a decision and sat there and said, you know what? I'm going to go to Earth and I'm going to have a journey and I'm going to accomplish A, B, and C. And I want to have the most best experience. Making love to someone, having happiness, being joyful, fulfilling my purpose, and having all these dreams of mine come true. Maybe I'll do healing work. Maybe I'll do spiritual work. Maybe I'll be an artist. You know what? I'm going to fix the legal system. I mean, we have all these dreams, right? We have all these dreams. And then what happens? They blow up. And they blow up because we get sidetracked. Normal, right? We have this path. We have this direction that we're supposed to be headed. We have this path we're supposed to be making these accomplishments. We're supposed to be opening these doors. And then what happens? Someone changes that. Someone gets in the way of that success, that opportunity, that door that we're trying to open. And that person who's trying to create those problems, interfering with our destiny, interfering with our smile, interfering with our glow, interfering with our white light, those people who are interfering with that get us sidetracked. But we're still fighting and fighting and fighting to allow ourselves to stay focused on being good, because something in us keeps egging us on and saying, be good, be good, be good. So no matter how much we want to be bad, right, and allow ourselves to pull the carpet from under someone's feet, we want to knock someone down and take someone's position. We want to take an ice cream from somebody that looked like it was so good, so we just want to take their ice cream. These are silly examples, remember, not true facts or things that we should be thinking in our minds. But you guys get the point. And when you're allowing yourself to have these negative thoughts, one of the magical, beautiful things that I see when I'm walking on the street or in a restaurant, at a coffee shop, is I notice that when you're good, you're good. You don't need to worry about figuring out how to be bad. You don't need to worry about figuring out how to be a son of a gun, meaning ruthless, meaning disconnected, meaning lacking heart. But I get what you're saying. I get it. I understand. You're trying to figure out, but if I'm good, why am I not benefiting from it? How come I feel like I'm being taken advantage of? How come it feels like my life is missing something? Why does it feel like I'm not being appreciated? Why does it feel like instead of my life being awesome and amazing, I feel like it's hard on me and I'm being taken advantage of and I'm being not appreciated? But the gift of giving is awesome. And one of the things we must allow ourselves to remember is when you're giving and you're allowing yourself to have this gratitude, this beautiful gift of giving back in any way, shape, or form, feeding people, loving people, volunteering your time. When I was living as wanting to be a nun, way back when, I always would be at beautiful, amazing places, feeding homeless people at the homeless shelter and these amazing, beautiful elderly homes that we used to go to, at care facilities, and help these beautiful people, letting them know that God loves them, letting them know that their angels are real. But their kids wouldn't visit. Their loved ones wouldn't come visit, and they would complain, and you'd hear these sad, sad stories. So the time that we spent with them made them feel so much love. They were so filled with happiness. And it takes just a second, just that moment of giving someone love fills your soul and fills your spirit with something that can't be replaced with money or with points from other people. When you're giving love and you're helping other people, it's not about, well, if I'm doing so good and I'm doing so great and I'm doing all this godly work, then why am I not at the top? It's not about being at the top. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's not about being at the top. It's about your soul and your spirit and your body. It's about karma being built to gain this beautiful, amazing good karma. And you're building up this amazing good karma, And you're sitting there and you're saying, oh my gosh, I feel so alive. I feel so joyful. I feel so excited. And you have all this beautiful, magical, good karma building up from all your good deeds. And then your heart becomes so awake. And your heart becomes so awake because what are you doing? You're loving people, you're giving to people, you're feeding homeless people over at a shelter or on the streets. I mean, how hard is it to take $5, let's say, okay, $10 once a month, don't give out money, and feed people? If you want to give out money, that's up to you. I prefer to feed them because I feel like it's what God would do, what Jesus would do if he was here, what Moses would do if he was here, what Guru Nanak would do if he was here. Everybody, all the prophets, any holy person would sit there and say, let's go feed the people. Because when you feed people, you let them know that love is real. Even if you just make a beautiful meal and gather friends around. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do something to continue that good karma being built up inside of yourself. But a lot of people feel that pain and that unsatisfaction from others, that lack of respect. It's like when you're giving so much, you feel like you're being taken advantage of. And I get that. I understand that. I feel that way a lot, a lot. I give so much to people. I do the podcast. I have courses. I have programs. I have YouTubes. I have social media. I have everything. I speak all over the world. I'm constantly giving. But I get it back. When you say thank you, and I see that I helped save someone's life by giving them the inspiration that they've needed, you've given it back. We don't always hear it the first day, the second day, the 10th day, the 100th day, but eventually it gets recognized. Eventually you'll hear it. Eventually your soul feels the reward. It doesn't always get paid back in the way we think. And when you allow yourself to have this amazing blessing and gift of giving to people or helping to serve your children or serve your partner, right? By giving them love and support emotionally, spiritually, physically, even sometimes financially, and you're giving this amazing support to someone, your boss, doesn't matter who it may be, and you're loving these people. What happens? You start feeling this feeling of gratitude. And you're like, wow, this is nice. Not a feeling of, shucks, I feel like I've been taken advantage of. Not a negative. Remembering that karma is being built for the good side. Karma is building up for the good side. And it's going to end up in an amazing reward. Because what matters more than anything? That's right, your soul and your spirit, not the body. Yes, we have this amazing life that we live in this world, right? We have this amazing gift of life. Tasting food, having things, having a roof over our head, traveling, enjoying the beyond beauty that Mother Earth has to offer, sharing memories, loving people. I mean, there's so many beautiful things that we have on Earth. But the real magic is the soul, the energy, and the karma that's being built for your soul. Because when you leave, what matters is what your soul has done. The energy you're creating for your soul are the points that are really being added up. You're not going to get points here on earth, but you do get points for your soul and spirit and the good deeds we do. And sometimes we forget that. We forget that it's not this life and this human body that matters. What matters is what we're doing to satisfy and help our souls to continue to prosper and grow. What matters is the opportunities we're creating to help to open doors. What matters is how are we going to build good karma so that we can transform when we leave this amazing planet Earth. We have so many blessings that we see in our face on a daily to day basis. Every single day, daily and day to day, you're going to have a blessing and a blessing and a blessing. Gift after gift after gift. Opportunity after opportunity. And unfortunately, sometimes we slam the door on those opportunities, and unfortunately, sometimes we're blinded and we can't even see the gifts that are in front of us because we're too wrapped up in that sorrow and that feeling of woe's me. What if I allow myself to help someone and then no one's going to appreciate it? Don't worry about the appreciation at the moment. Eventually, you will be recognized from the people on earth. But most important, hugest point of this whole show is that those points that you're gathering for your energy being good, for your heart being loving, for feeding people, for loving people, for giving a helping hand to people, for showing people that you have given them unconditional love with nothing wanting to be given back in return, is going to transform the frequency and the energy of what's happening in your life for the benefit of your soul and gaining points for good karma. Once again, giving blessings to others, being a good person, just a good person, being a helping hand, being a sweetheart, gains good points for your karma. Like I've told you years ago, and again, when I get into these shows that I'm doing now for each and every one of you, karma is in everything. Everything is about karma. Everything. How to forgive. Yep, involving karma. Fear of gathering with people. Yep, definitely about karma. Gratitude. This is about building beautiful karma. But we hold on to things that we don't want to hold on to. And that creates that fear and that worry and that anxiety and that stress of being good. Don't worry about people's opinion. Don't worry about their reactions, and don't worry about what you're going to get back. Give love just to give love. Why stop what's already working for you? Because you're building up beautiful, amazing white light, good karma. That's hard to do. There's only a few of you out there. It's really, really hard. And I'm sure the few that are out there are listening to this show right now because that's the reason why you're here. Because you are magical. You are amazing. You're perfect. But you forget that. Don't try to fit in the world of negativity and stress and anxiousness. Don't try to fit in to figure out how to be a jerk or a not nice person. Don't try to fit in because it doesn't suit you. It doesn't look good. you're not even really good at knowing how to do it. I tried to do that. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you this funny story. It was horrible. So when I was a nun in Italy and practicing to be a nun, not, completely became a nun, and I'm practicing living in the convent, doing, whatever it is that they tell me to do, prayers, cleaning, everything, meditate, a huge amount of meditating and praying and helping others. I did two things that I was following that nuns did very well: drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes. And I was smoking, I was trying to smoke cigarettes, and I'm horrible at it. I was like, wow, I got to fit in. So I'm trying to be bad, even though cigarettes probably aren't bad, but I'm trying to like say, okay, I can do this too. I can smoke cigarettes. But in my brain, I'm thinking cigarettes are bad because I know how bad they are for my body. So I'm thinking in my brain, gosh, okay, I'm going to try to fit in. I'm going to do these bad things so that I can fit in with all these girls, right? And I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be cool. And then it didn't work, choked, horrible, just totally didn't work out. So then I go a few years ago back. I was, excuse me, a few years ago back, I was very upset. And I'm sitting there, and then somebody that I helped was so unappreciative for everything that I did for her. I had the kindness in my heart that I was furious. I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not going to be good. I'm tired of being good. Every single time I'm good, I get, the rug pulled from under my feet. And this is me talking, and this is a true story. I'm done. I'm not going to be nice anymore. I'm going to smoke cigarettes. And if I smoke cigarettes, then this is going to help me to be bad. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, how can I do something that's not good so that I can stop being so innocent and so godly and so sweet and so loving and so awesome? And I'm thinking, what can I do to not be awesome, to not be godly, to not be good? And I thought, oh, I remember when I used to smoke cigarettes when I was at the convent. So I immediately went to go buy a pack of cigarettes so that I can try to smoke cigarettes. And I am telling you, I did it probably for about a week. Of course, I couldn't inhale because every time I did, I choked, like literally choked. It was horrible. They smelled, so I hated the odor, but I was trying as hard as I possibly could to be bad. I was like literally working at being bad, and it didn't fit me. So then somebody who knows me said, I'm going to tell you, it just doesn't look right. Bad doesn't look good on you. And I said, it's not about being bad. It's about making for sure that I smoke these cigarettes so that I can allow myself to, give toxicity to my body. I was doing things on purpose to be bad. Long story short, it didn't work out. I had to surrender, and I had to stop. And I was so thankful because it was such a waste of my time. And it was so gross. And for those who smoke, I'm sure you guys enjoy it, and I'm sure you guys know how to do it. But for me, it doesn't fit in, and I really don't know how to do it. And I just couldn't stop laughing, thinking how I was trying to be bad to myself because I was upset because someone hurt me emotionally. That's what we do. It doesn't look good on us. And I just thought of that example as I'm sitting here with all of you here with me. Bad doesn't look good on us. So we need to change, and we need to transform and sit there and say, I'm not going to let myself do something I don't want to do because I want to be bad to myself. Remember, gratitude, and when you're sitting there and thinking of how did I not receive appreciation and passion and love from everything I give? It's not about what you're getting back from people. It's about building up that good karma and awakening your heart. And the gift of giving is always going to be a reward. It's always going to be magic. And it is magical. Because the gift of giving is a gift you give from your heart. And that's all that counts. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of another amazing episode. learning about karma and spirituality, and all my earth angels out there. God bless and thank you for listening. I look forward to hearing from you. Email me if you guys have any topics or anything you guys would like to talk about, or even sharing an experience of yours. I'd love to talk about it live on the show. Until next time, have a blessed week. If you want to contact me, get in touch with us through email, karmatalkshow@gmail.com. God bless everyone. Until next time.